Every day, millions wake up feeling stuck, trapped in a cycle that looks like success on paper, but feels like nothing but a slow, invisible death inside. You hustle, you grind, you play by the rules, and yet, something fundamental is missing. The world tells you, invest smart, grow your wealth, but what does that really mean? It means feeding money into systems that don't care if the planet burns, if people suffer, if communities are crushed beneath progress that has no soul. It means watching wealth pile up while inequality shouts from every corner, feeling powerless, disconnected, like a tiny cog spinning in a massive machine you never chose. And it hurts. It burns like a fire that you can't put out because deep down, you know you deserve more. You want more than just numbers in an account. You want your money to matter. You want to invest not just in stocks or bonds, but in a future where your values don't die in silence. But when you think about impact investing, there is this whisper in your ear. Is this just another scam? Another buzzword that sounds good, but ultimately takes your hope and cash to fuel someone else's greed? That doubt kills. It makes you hesitate. Maybe it's too good to be true. Maybe the promises are empty, and your dream of purpose-driven wealth is just another fool's errand. But what if that whisper, that gut feeling, is the most critical signal you've ever heard? What if impact investing isn't a scam, but the revolution your soul's been waiting for? It's time to stop blinking in the dark. Stop wondering if it's real or just smoke and mirrors. The truth is this: the world is changing, slowly, painfully, but inevitably. And impact investing is the battleground. It's where the chains tighten for the old world, and a new kind of power, a new way to wield influence and wealth, is born. You don't want to be left behind, watching others shape this future while you scramble for scraps. This isn't about heroics or magic. It's about seeing through the lies, cutting through the fat, and making your money work so hard that it builds something that lasts. Not just for you, but for all of us. The people tired of living a life dictated by fear and conformity. Tired of handing over their energy to systems that don't see them as human, but just numbers. Impact investing, when done right, is the answer to all the broken promises you've ever got. It's a way to put your cash into ideas, projects, and companies that fight for the planet, that lift communities, that innovate with heart. But beware, because like any tool, it can be twisted. The truth you have to face is brutal. The growing wave of impact investing is crawling with charlatans, with half-truths, with glossy reports that hide ugly realities. Greedy players know the buzzword sells, and they slap impact on anything that makes them look woke. That's why you feel confused, why you doubt. But here's the crucial thing. The problem isn't impact investing itself, it's the power to see through the noise. The power to be selective, to be critical, not trusting every shiny promise, but digging in, demanding proof. Real impact investing is not some feel-good game. It demands courage. It demands patience. It's not about getting rich fast, but becoming rich in a way that makes your blood hum with meaning. That's the kind of wealth that no system can steal from you. It's the individual rising above everything that said you couldn't change the game. When you align with projects that are transparent, that put people before profits, that measure success not by the bottom line alone, but by the lives lifted and the earth healed, you tap into a power more profound than money itself. This is liberation. You stop being a slave to mindless consumption and anonymous markets. You become sovereign. You understand that your investments are weapons, not just tools, used to carve out a new path where the exceptional thrive, where those who reject the safety of obedience build something lasting and true. This requires rejecting the comfort of just going along with what everyone else is doing. It means burning the bridges to old ways of thinking, to systems that reward mediocrity and punish daring. Because the future being built through impact investing isn't for the faint of heart or the timid. It's for those who have had enough of playing small, who refuse to live a borrowed life. For those who know that changing their world starts with the choices they make every single day, in what and how they invest. Real impact investing forces you to reject the narratives handed to you since childhood. Freedom isn't about ticking boxes or following trends. Freedom is about transformation of yourself and the world around you. It's about the raw, painful, beautiful process of unlearning everything that told you to fit in and starting to become who you really are, a force that cannot be ignored. This is a call to arms for anyone who feels that unbearable tension inside, this quiet fire that says you're meant for more than a life fenced in by invisible rules. If you keep watching, if you lean in now, you'll learn the secret to becoming part of this new wave, not as a passenger, but as a driver. How to spot the real impact investing opportunities that are changing lives without selling you illusions. How to be ruthless about your choices, because every dollar you put down is a vote for the kind of future you want. It's the long game, yes, but a game where patience can turn into power, and power turns into liberation. Imagine a world where your money doesn't just grow, it breathes life into small farmers, into clean energy projects, into healthcare innovations that save lives, into education that breaks chains of poverty. A world where profit is not the enemy of purpose, but its ultimate ally. You can be part of that world. Not when the system says so, but when you decide. You decide to be selective, to question everything, to refuse the convenient lies. You decide to be part of the rare few who understand that true wealth isn't just about money. It's about will, about fire, about the courage to rewrite what's possible. When you invest impact, you reclaim your power. You stop being a number and start being a force. You take your place among those who dare to redefine reality, to shake the foundations of greed and apathy, and to build something that outlasts simple dollars. It's not easy. No real change ever is. But it's worth every ounce of struggle, every moment of doubt. Because the prize is a life, your life, made not easier, but yours. So, if you're tired of watching the world burn while pretending it's all fine, if you're done being a spectator in a broken system, this is your moment to learn, to act, to become. The future of wealth is not in empty promises. It is in impact investing that is real, ruthless, transformative. It is in the hands of the few who dare to reject comfort, who scorn the status quo, who see through the lies and find light in the truth. It is in the power of your money becoming a weapon of change. The question is no longer whether impact investing is a scam or not. That is the noise made by those who fear transformation. The question is, are you ready to become a part of something bigger? To join the few who burn as you do? To wield your wealth as a force of liberation? The choice is yours. Step out of the cage of obedience and mediocrity. Fight the comfort that kills your fire. Seize your freedom through the investments that honor your values, your vision, your soul. Embrace impact investing not as a gamble, not as a trend, but as an act of rebellion. Because in the end, this is not just about money. It is about becoming who you were always meant to be, the exceptional, the free, the unstoppable. And that world needs you now more than ever. The power was never outside, it's in your hands. All that's left is to take it.